It's me, Goldar, and I'm in my big Hasbro doll. Now, some of you folks may think, let me talk a little bit about myself. First off, I worked it for Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, but I also worked for Ivan Ooze and Master Vile. I'd also go on to work for Queen Beryl and work for Evox. Now, everyone knows me from the Power Rangers. I spent many times teaming up with my wife, Scorpina, Rita's brother, Rita Rebalto, and I was in all the free followings of Mighty Morphin, including including Mighty Morphin Alien, which was the offshoot or a spin-off or whatever you want to call it. I was in some of Zeo, not in Turbo. I was in the beginning of space, and end space I died. Then I came back in Beef Morphers, and then I got beat again. Well, here's a little bit about myself. I had a fight with the Red Ranger at the time, Jason. Man, why did I always have to fight Jason all the time? Why did I hate him so much? Could I have hated all the Power Rangers or Strength Keepers the same? Could it have been fair? I don't know. I was always fighting Scorpina all the time. I was always fighting with Scorpina all the time. Then she went away, and then I started being teamed up with Rita Rebalto. Yeah, that was a team. Yeah. But let me talk about who I was when I worked in the beginning. In the beginning, I was one of the heavenly knights. There was Jadeite, Nephlite, Zoisite, and Quinfite. There was myself, Scorpina, Zed, and Rita. And then we all got brain cleaned. And then we were all told that Zordon and Zordon and Queen Serenity, Zordon and Serenity were our foes. And we were told that Kingling Dimian or Kingling and Dimian or Kingling Darien was our foe. And then Beryl brainwashed all of us. And then while they were fighting, and then Zed and Rita, they put Zordon in some kind of another world, space hole, time hole, I guess we'll call it. And then, Queen Serenity, she sailed us away. Zordon and Serenity, they sent me, Zed, Rita, me, Scorpina, Squat, Bamboo, Fester, and Rita Balto, all threw us into some kind of room can. And Queen Beryl and the rest of them got sailed away in the Dark Kingdom. Well, there was this ongoing fight. Queen Beryl had one side of Dark Kingdom fighting Queen Serenity and the Sailor Keepers. Another side, which was Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, she had us be fighting Zordon's Power Rangers or Strength Keepers. And I don't know who the worstest one I've ever worked for was. First, I want to say Queen Beryl. Man, she was bad. But I had whatever. And then I want to say next was Lord Zed. He was bad. Then it was Rita Repulsa. And then Ivan Ooze. Yeah. And then Master Vile. And then, there was Evox. All the ones I worked for. And then, soon one day we started fighting the Sailor Fighters. And then we got the spell taken off of us. And then we remembered. We fought. Remember the French bard word. Then we fought back to when we were the knights that worked for Kingling and Dimian. How I remember Jadeite and Nephlite and Zoisite and Quinfite and, Scorpina and Rita and Zed. And how we knew that Zordon and Serenity weren't our foes. And that Queen Beryl had lied to us. But a lot of folks are going to say Goldar, how are you overlapping the Power Rangers and Sailor Moon together? Yeah, there's a lot of fucking overlap between it, alright? So also, getting back to the Power Rangers, Rita got mad at me a long time ago for fucking up, I don't know when, and she took my wings away from me. Well, they said Rita did it, but it was more Queen Beryl told Rita to take my wings away from me. This is long. No, Queen Beryl told Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, take Goldar's wings away from him because he fucked up. That'll be his handicap. He'll learn. And also, let's keep in mind that Scorpina, she went through a lot of shit too. Well, didn't I also forget Norton? Yeah, my near kin from the film, which she was never heard of or thought of again. And then there was Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa's son, Trax, which I never worked for. Not unless you count when we were fighting Sailor Moon. So, let's talk about my death. Alright, so I went from Mighty Morphin and Turbo, and I went from Mighty Morphin and Zeo. No, I was not in Turbo at all. In space, the beginning, and then I got shifted to Dust. And then I came back, well, the Evox brought me back. And then once again, I was fighting the Red Ranger. Fuck, why is it always me fighting Red Ranger, fighting Red Keeper Jason Lee Scott? Which I learned he's only been in not as many of the Power Rangers than Tommy. How the fuck did that happen? Tell me, how is it that Jason was only in Mighty Morphin and Mighty Morphin and Zeo, the Turbo film, and then Wild Force, but then be gone, but then not show up anymore, unless you count the end unless you count the end of Megaforce, and then being in Beef Morphers. I don't get it. And why is Tommy in almost all of them? I don't know, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm just bitching, like I always do. So a lot of folks are wondering, oh, Goldar, so you still working for Queen Beryl and Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa? You still working for Ivan Ooze and Master Vile and Evox? Fuck, I lost. Okay, make a short story short. I fucked up. I lost, and I got beat. So, yeah. And why is it that I'm always so trusting? I mean, don't get me wrong. I was trusting the King Endymion back in the day. Kingling Endymion, or Kingling Daring, whatever you want to call him. Yeah. The trusting going to, I guess, Queen Serenity and Zordon. But why the fuck was I so trusting to Queen Beryl? Brainwashing, brain cleaning, that's why. The trusting to when it came to Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, because we were on the same team. But the only grounds to why I worked for Ivan Ooze was because he said he was going to put me in a snow globe with Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed. And why I was working with Master Vile, I don't know. Don't know. Oh, why I work for Evox, I don't know, because I was frightened of what he might do. So, yeah, I just kind of overlapped it. A lot of things that happened on Power Rangers and Sailor Moon. Okay, Goldar said at the end for our film, you're going to see a film on one side. That's going to be Joel from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue or Strength Keepers Lightspeed Bring Back. And you're going to see a follow likeness on the side, since we got the YouTube film Shifting Tool to work. I'm Goldar. I'll see you later.